Hello, hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast, Hot and Fresh. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back with a little more hot and fresh. That's twice I've said it because I've butchered the intro. And we're talking Deadpool and Wolverine, if you know what I mean. Andy, how are you? I'm going to ignore the guests.
I'm not. I'm good. Please welcome previous guest Pat Dunn.
Hi. Hey, thanks for having me. Cheers.
Yeah. And also previous guest Mark Ponte.
Hi, thank you. Thank you also for having me.
Wow.
Not Rob, though. Just you, Andy. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I accept this.
Andy, such a gentleman. Rob,
Such a Rob.
Here's the truth. I was just testing Andy to see if he remembered either of your names.
Oh, not only did I remember, but I also read them off the screen.
Just a double check.
Very smart, Andy.
Yeah.
that is a pro podcasting maneuver.
Smart a la carte. Someone brought you your brain.
Nice. Very good. Now these guys have been on the cast several times over.
Neither of them have casts on. Neither of them
No.
have broken bones that we could tell.
Good.
Pat, do you have any broken bones?
No, but I was on a casting couch with Andy. That's how I got this.
True. That's how we got here. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And Mark, I'm assuming you don't have no broken bones.
No, and I didn't do any of that. I just worked with you for a little bit, and then you invited me on.
Yeah. So, Andy, what do you talk about casts? I don't know. Oh, the cast system? Because I'm better than you?
Robbie, I beg of you, move on.
Okay. Now, had any of you seen Deadpool and Wolverine before?
No.
No, Robbie. This is hot and fresh.
Oh, fuck, I'm so stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. This is why nobody loves me.
Not to mention ugly.
Oh, that's 12 reasons.
Uh-oh, we're getting there.
Oh, Lord. It's 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was the third reason.
The first reason is always waking up. No, we are talking Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's go around the horn. Let's talk about our theater experiences. Let's start with Andy, alphabetical order. Andy, what was your theater experience like for Deadpool and Wolverine?
It was pretty good. I saw it at my local Cinemark and got a small popcorn. No, it was good. It was good.
I need
saw
to
it
stress
at 5.
something. When I ask this question, I don't give a fuck what you got to eat. How many people were in the theater? What time did you see the movie?
Okay, there are nicer ways to say things, Robbie.
That one thing. That seems to be the only thing he doesn't want to know is what you did.
Yeah.
Fuck that one thing.
Oh, you got
Every other
popcorn
aspect.
at a movie theater? Real original. Oh, wow, you must be the first guy who's ever done that. Is that what you want? Oh, good for Andy. He bought popcorn at a movie theater.
I think a middle ground between you insulting me and applause is what I want. You know, I don't need admiration, and I also don't need to be called a piece of shit. I don't know, maybe a shrug, like, okay, cool. You're very rude, is what I'm saying.
I'm
Double
coming in
V.
hot.
Very rude.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But
It could have very, very easily been overlooked. We'd be done, but we'd probably be up to Pat by now, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it at 5:00 on a Thursday, and it was the seats. My entire row was packed, so there were butts in seats. But my wife, a guy sitting next to my wife, was like scrolling Instagram, and like during the movie, and she was like, "The fuck is this guy doing?" And I was like, well, I don't know.
Did you give him the business?
What?
Like say
How did you?
say anything to him?
He's right here.
No.
Really recommend him?
I didn't know what you meant by the business.
That would just make the situation worse in a movie theater. Leaning over and going, "Hey, you're scrolling Instagram. We're in a movie theater."
Yeah, I was just like, just look at the bigger screen in front of you. We'll be all right.
That'd be like the guy online at the grocery store when there's a long line and the guy's going, "Open another register."
Yeah.
Like, you're making everything so much better, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think he felt it necessary to like watch Temple Run at the same time as like the other content to hold his attention?
Yeah.
Mark, what was your theater experience like?
Uh, it was great. I woke up that day. No. Um,
What did you get anything to eat
I got
at the theater?
popcorn. I did get popcorn.
Oh, what size?
A large popcorn. Me and my wife actually stopped at H Mart on the way over, and we got turtle chips, which are fucking phenomenal. I don't know if anyone's. Sorry,
You're not
Rob.
allowed to bring that in. Not allowed to bring that in.
Okay.
Made out of real turtle.
If
Spyro, you have to save the baby turtles.
change my shirt real quick. And so I got popcorn. It was a showcase cinema. I had a very obnoxious gluten intolerant person to my left. It was just terrible. He couldn't have any gluten at all. And
What a piece of trash.
No, the theater was, I think, very there weren't people like talking or being annoying. I think it was quiet when it needed to be quiet, and no assholes watching, whatever, scrolling Instagram. I didn't see any of that. It was pretty packed. It was pretty full, I think.
Nice.
And Pat, what was your theater experience like?
That was good. Excellent podcasting. I saw it in 3D.
It's like I didn't see it in theaters. I bought a DVD from the lady on the subway.
Oh yeah.
My laptop screen's 17 inches.
Saw it in 3D. I haven't seen a movie in 3D since Harold and Kumar Go To. It was whatever the 3D one was.
Oh, the Christmas one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy to the right to me fell asleep, and I could hear him snoring when there's like silent parts of the movie. So that's good.
What time did you see the movie?
2 p.m.
Maybe he works night shift.
Yeah, you never know.
One of the things where like I can't directly see him, so when you're leaving, you're like, I got to figure out which is the snoring guy, and couldn't find him. No, I hope he's okay.
Was it sold out? Was it like packed?
Not really. I'd say.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know. 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Not what it used to be.
I mean, this movie's
professional.
made a lot of money, so.
Yeah.
Robbie, what about you? What about your movie experience?
I saw it with Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, you were the gluten intolerant guy.
Yeah. I'm the piece of shit.
That's him. I didn't want to say it, but
I'll be honest. I didn't think it was as crowded as I thought it would be.
What time did you see it?
We saw it 7:30 on a Friday night. And I thought it was going to be absolutely like nuts to butts, but it was not. Now, I don't know why they arranged the theater like that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
But
Robbie, that was that art installation that we were at before we went to the movie.
oh, that's right. Oh, man.
I thought these would be sold out. I bought these tickets like weeks in advance. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be the day of the movie, and then I can't do it, and then I can't go on the Royds review podcast. So made sure to buy it well in advance, and not even needed.
That's so crazy. I'm going today at 1:15 again with my friend, and it's sold out. Well, there's like a couple
Really?
rando seats available, but I double checked because my other friend was like, "Oh, are there any spots available?" And it's totally packed out.
I think a lot of people wait for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's why I thought last time I usually see these movies on the Thursday night showings, and they're like
Yeah.
never crowded.
Yeah. Well, the Thursday night showing was apparently 38 million.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
over
Thursday.
200 million already.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
But so when we got these tickets for Friday night, I really thought it was going to be totally packed out. And when there were any open seats, I was very surprised. Because
Yeah.
the last time I went to see a movie like this on a Friday night, it was totally jammed.
It was
Sardines, they say.
It was mostly filled though. More filled than not.
Was it?
I don't know. I was watching the movie.
Yeah, same here. Here's my problem.
It seemed like there were enough people.
Once the lights go down, if I see like more than 2 empty seats, I go, "This is empty." This
Yeah.
movie's bombing.
I think the chairs are also kind of high and people are short, so
That's
there might have
true.
been a lot more people than it seemed.
How about the trailers? You guys see any trailers you're interested in?
We did, because when we got there to our theater, we were very confused because end credits were rolling. And we were walking in at 7:30. So we actually walked out and we're like, are we in the right theater? But they actually aired this like short film before the credits that you only knew about once you got there, because there's like a very small sign. It's like, oh, by the way, before your movie, we're airing this little art piece.
Nice.
We didn't watch the art. I mean, we didn't know about it, so we didn't see the art piece.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's still cool that they have something like that. That's pretty nifty.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, they gotta advertise it. Like I bought the tickets. They didn't tell me about it at all. You know,
Right.
Like that's the thing. Yeah, like we all got. We actually, again, we walked in, saw the credits roll, like, oh, we must be in the wrong theater because there's no way this movie would be ending at 7:30 on the dot.
Yeah, it's cutting it close, guys. That would be a good way to open a Deadpool movie, though, is like closing credits and everyone's like confused, especially people that showed up a little late. They're like, what the fuck's going on?
Also, like, it's cool. You get like a little art piece. I get like Maria Menounos. She's like, welcome to Nuvi. Like, thanks for playing Nuvi. Maria, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, this was just like this showing, it seemed like, or just this theater.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But again, advertise it.
Yeah, I agree.
Assume you didn't see it in like an AMC then. Saw it in a.
We saw it at a Showcase Cinema Deluxe.
Yeah, they have their X Plus theaters. It's Dolby Atmos and laser projectors. Looks and sounds fantastic. It's just, but it's like it's a looks and sounds fantastic, but it's kind of like a middle of the road. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing special about it other than just quality. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's no bells and whistles.
Well, that was during the opening when they're like, we have Dolby Sound. I turned to you and I said, I don't fucking care. I'm not going to buy this for my home.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why theaters always do that. They just advertise, hey, this is the sound you're listening to. All right. Cool.
I would imagine it has to do with the Dolby asking them to.
Yeah, probably.
Well, there for people, for home theater enthusiasts, there are all kinds of like Blu-rays that come with Dolby Atmos or they don't, and like people have specific setups for it. It's a whole culture.
Yeah, well, at most, I have a sound bar.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Dolby Atmos. Okay, that was really funny.
Atmos,
You guys
no, you're right. That was good actually.
On second thought, upon review, that was a good one, Rob. After reviewing the joke, the call on the field is reversed.
Yeah, let's take a look back at the footage.
But back to Andy's original question. Yeah, we saw trailers.
Yeah, so there's some interesting stuff coming out.
You got Borderlands.
We didn't get Borderlands, thank God.
I got Borderlands, and Kevin Hart is in the movie. I think, all right, I don't know.
Isn't Jack Black also in Borderlands?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks
luckily, I think he's a voice character. So
yeah. I got Borderlands. I got Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Brave New World. They changed from New World Order because people got upset.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be putting out a freaking White House blowing up in February of 2025.
Yeah.
So
Let's
have a
go!
feeling people are going to be upset.
Yeah.
Whose side is he on?
Listen, we're getting Harrison Ford as a Red Hulk.
You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, Robbie.
Yes, we do.
You don't know.
You saw his hair. I was like, maybe it's Giancarlo, but no, it looks like Harrison Ford hair.
Yeah, but they're always altering these trailers.
That's true. As evidenced by this movie that we watched.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, there's no way. Didn't you see him at Comic-Con? He was hulking up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, red hair.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Giancarlo was just like, I'm the Red Hulk? Yeah.
Nice. Well, I also got this movie. I think it's called See No Evil.
Oh, Speak No Evil.
Speak No Evil.
Was that the one with like it's like a couple and they have a kid and kids and then like
yes,
James McAvoy.
So like, as the trailer started, I'm like, oh, this looks cool. But then like the trailer plays the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was
and I'm like, all right, well now I don't need to see it. I know exactly what's going to happen.
There's
Well-
a scene in the trailer where she hits him in the head with a hammer. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 I guess
And, like,
they survive.
And like the question you're asking is like, because they set it up, and the question you're asking is like, oh, why don't they just leave? And then it shows them, oh, something happened to your tires. Like they clearly slashed the tires. Like, okay,
It was such a
this-
bad take of it
these-
too.
these
Oh,
are-
no.
Yeah. But like these are things that, as a movie viewer, I'd be like, oh shit. But like you just spoiled your entire movie.
The
Yeah.
next they're driving, and then like, we can't stop. Somebody cut the brakes. Like, all right.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was the same thing. We got Alien Romulus, and that was the same thing. They showed the entire movie.
Yeah.
It also looks terrible. The alien looks terrible.
I didn't even see I only saw the face huggers.
Oh yeah, those look fine. They're just little rag dolls that throwing around.
Yeah.
We got another movie that looks terrible, but I'm gonna see it. Red
yeah.
One.
Is that the Christmas one?
Yes, that's where
Yeah.
The Rock and Captain America save Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one.
And he's a fucking yoked Santa Claus.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
It looks so
Burn
good.
I
It's
could-
so bad.
I could tell that Rob and I were both very excited at the trailer. I was like, yes. I love Chris Evans' line in it. He's like, what am I doing here? It's like, what are you doing here?
Andy, just like you, we also got Venom 3.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Venom, so I don't care.
I liked the first two. I thought the first one was a lot of fun. The second one less so, but still totally fine.
Mm.
And I'm pretty interested to see what they're going to do, because it looks like they're just going to kill him off.
It does look like that. It looks like fun though. They're just stupid, mindless fun movies.
Yeah, which is where comic book movies should be.
Yeah.
Did you get Joker Folie à Deux, or whatever it is?
No, I didn't.
We got Joker Three Faces of Foley.
Very good.
That movie, and I think I've said this before, when they first said it was a musical, I was really intrigued. And then they said it's a jukebox musical, and I said, fuck off.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
I heard that
Like,
the Jared Leto character will be there. He's like the dude love.
The Joker with no face is Cactus Jack.
Oh, we should probably talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
I think we should. Should we go around the horn, talk about our overall thoughts on the movie?
Sure. Just point me in the direction of the horn.
I thought this movie was really good. I thought most of the jokes really landed.
Yeah.
I thought playing this as a buddy comedy was absolutely the right way to go, and the comparison that they keep making to planes, trains, and automobiles is 100% correct.
Yep, I agree. I'll go with a 9.9 out of 10. I thought it was a great movie, and that's a good comparison. Love planes, trains, and automobiles.
9.9 out of 10. Whew.
That's a high
Damn,
score.
son.
You still gotta
Damn.
leave that room on the shelf there for perfect, but you know.
It will go down as so for the
Upon
audience.
rewatch.
I don't know much about Marvel movies, so a lot of it is lost on me. But I'm like, oh, that seemed pretty cool based on everybody's reaction. So
Right.
Yeah,
my score will change at the end once things are explained to me.
I see.
And also, I was on mushrooms, so of
Oh.
course.
Even better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was a lot of fun. Me and my wife watched all of basically a list of all the related movies, just based on speculation and the way the trailers were kind of marketing it as a love letter to the forgotten Marvel movies. So we went back and watched all the Blade movies and all the Fantastic Four movies, and it felt like a really amazing, like starting from X-Men, 2000 whatever 2002, all the way up leading up onto this. It felt like a little mini like Endgame sort of, like
Yeah.
a little version of that where you kind of have a big payoff after watching like 15 movies.
Yeah.
So was it known that they would be making like you'd have like Blade and Elektra and all of these people coming in? Or was it more surprise?
Some of it was in the trailer, and Elektra, Blade, X-23, those were all, and Gambit, those were all secret. But like,
I think Elektra was one of those ones that like leaked a while ago.
yeah,
Mhm.
people
Yeah,
kind
then
of like
people
knew it,
forgot
but
about it though.
yeah. But like a lot of the people at the compound, like in the like Juggernaut is in a trailer in an image. You see Sabretooth, like you see a lot of those people.
Lady
it.
Deathstrike.
Oh, and Chris Evans was a surprise too.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. That's when they showed up when Wesley Snipes makes an appearance. I audibly said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Same.
Like,
yeah.
like a
That was
fucking
the biggest surprise of all because
Yes.
him and Ryan Reynolds have a lot of beef from when
Yeah.
they were in Blade Trinity
Yeah.
together.
Well, they even referenced that because he goes, "I don't like you," and he goes,
Yeah.
"Never did."
Yeah.
Andy, what are your overall thoughts?
I had a good time for sure. It's funny. I think this is again of the exact same quality as Deadpool 1 and 2. I think it, like the action's great, the comedy is good. I was excited for I'm like, oh yeah, cameos. And then like as they kept happening, I got tired of it. I'm kind of tired of like, remember this guy? I'm kind of tired of that. And it didn't hit me until this movie. Like halfway through, I was like, okay. Like especially when Elektra, Blade, and Gambit show up. Like they wake up in a room and they just like have slow motion walk-ins for each of them. It's just like, and they're here now.
Yeah,
It
I
was-
did think
I
that
was
was a
like-
little weird.
Yeah.
It's like, why did they all come in together? Like, why?
Right.
It's like
And
they know
Deadpool-
there's fanfare.
Yeah, and Deadpool didn't even like make a joke about it.
Yeah, I know. Like, he
And I
didn't
was
even
like-
comment on it.
Yeah, I was just like that. I was like, I don't know. It just, I still liked it. Like I'm still a fanboy. I'm still like, yeah, I know those
Yeah.
people. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It was just, I hope it seems like this is the direction we're going because, it just makes billions of dollars just
Yeah.
to be like, remember that?
I
You
think-
remember that?
I would say that them gearing down to that now, though. I think that they're gonna wrap that up with like this kind of stuff, and then Secret Wars, and then they'll just be like kind of start fresh from there.
Yeah. that's
So
what
I
think.
feel like they're kind of getting over that now.
I
Yeah.
think this movie was basically saying this is the end of that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
they're
think
saying goodbye to these people.
Yeah, because even at the end credits, when they play that Green Day song, and it's just a love letter to the Fox X-Men universe and the Fantastic Four movies, I think this whole movie was just basically like a proper goodbye to that universe, where these characters are gone.
Yes.
Don't ask for, you're not seeing, this is the official end of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. You're not gonna, if we get X-Men, it's a totally fresh cast.
Well,
You
I
get-
think Hugh's there. He's
I
there
think-
for the long haul now.
I think we're up. I think we're building the Secret Wars, and then that's when all the multiverse stuff is gonna come to a close.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to admit, I think some of my fears about Deadpool in the MCU were acquiesced in this movie. I think
Good
They
word,
were-
Bobby.
Jesus. Yeah, I was gonna let that sit because I went to community college. Wow.
I think
Explain
they
to the
were.
folks at home what that word meant.
I actually think I used it wrong. I actually used the wrong word there.
We all know what
Uh,
it means, Rob, but you,
oh, yeah,
for,
yeah, you
for the
explain.
listeners at home.
Yeah. No, I used the wrong word. But I think my fears about Deadpool in the MCU were kind of leveled out a little bit. They were kind of like, hey, don't worry, because they're keeping him in a totally different universe. One thing this movie did a lot to do was establish these different universes within the multiverse. And I think they kind of said like, hey, Deadpool is going to be in Earth 10005 or whatever it is. He's not going to be in the same world as the Avengers. He's
Yeah.
going to be staying in this world with Colossus and X-23 and Negasonic.
Mm-hmm.
And
And so-
Wolverine now.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
Secret Wars.
Yeah. They're gonna bring them. They're gonna bring them all back in Secret Wars.
Absolutely.
Listen, they very well might, but I just think for, when we get these Avengers movies or these other movies that are Earth-centric,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be like, oh, we're calling in Deadpool and we're calling in the X-Men. No, we're calling in this universe's heroes.
Yeah.
Just like this universe is going to have their heroes, this universe is going to have their heroes, and they've kept them totally separate from each other, which I think is a smart thing to do.
I was a little confused in the beginning where he's talking to Happy Hogan, Jon Favreau, in Earth 616.
Yeah.
So did he use Cable's time machine to get there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he was rejected, and then he got sad.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Now, if I can ask you a question.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Was like Cable supposed to be in this movie at all? Or is that done with the Deadpool storyline? Was that wrapped up in two?
He's hanging out, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
He could or could not be involved. Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned him once, like in passing.
Yeah,
but
he's mentioned in the movie. I didn't expect to see him, but I wasn't certain if he'd show up.
I was happy he wasn't just a part of Deadpool's gang, like hanging out at his house.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Yeah.
He's probably off killing people for money.
Yeah.
Colossus is like a background character in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think Colossus says anything at all.
They didn't want to have to pay the voice actor.
I think he said one thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Huh.
I don't remember what he said, but he said one thing.
Yeah.
I think he said one thing.
That was probably it.
Yeah, that was it.
I think what was the guy's name? Buck. I think he said one thing.
Yeah.
Who's Buck?
The guy with the beard, and the second movie goes, "No more speaking lines for you."
Yeah. Yeah.
He said one thing,
and then he yelled at him again.
I thought this was great as like whoever like did most of the writing on this, which I think is Ryan Reynolds and a few others. You could tell like, all right, they did Deadpool 2, or they watched it a bunch of times and like knew what they were doing. There was a lot of good callbacks, a lot of like tie-ins, like that character right there. Like, all right, no more speaking rules for you. And here you get one sentence and then that's it.
Yeah.
So as like a casual fan, I was like, I appreciate that. So good job. Kudos to you, sir. Or ma'am.
You get the impression that Ryan Reynolds is a legitimate fan of like all of this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's cool. It comes through. It's cool.
Well, that's something he spoke about in an interview where he almost compares himself to the character of Deadpool, because he talks about how when he gets obsessed with something, he's almost determined to make it happen. And he talked about how he was a fan of Deadpool, and then when he got that really bad reception for him as Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, he wanted to make a Deadpool movie that worked, that the fans would enjoy. And a lot of it was him. Remember, he leaked that test footage. He leaked that script.
Right.
You know, Ryan Reynolds cares and wanted these movies and this character to work in a cinematic universe. So he worked tirelessly to make sure these movies happened.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it. Yeah, he did. And as always, he's great in it. He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Huey Jacks?
I think he's always great. I don't think I've ever seen him and been like, wow, Hugh Jackman really phoned it in, you know? Like,
no, he's crushing it. Yeah, I did not. What really got me was that montage where he's going through like all the different Wolverines. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought that was a nice, like little nod to like comic book readers.
Yes. The comic book accurate Wolverine popped the shit out of me. That made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. I really liked the one with the Hulk, but like he had the brown suit.
Yeah, the original.
And I was like, that looks better than the one you picked for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
What sucks is rights issues force that to be the Mark Ruffalo Hulk, because it would have been amazing if it was like the Eric Bana or even the Edward Norton Hulk.
Norton.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Or even Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. Yeah.
You know, but I think it's rights issues make that. I mean, I think they could have done Norton, but I think rights issues make that an impossibility.
But they didn't even. It was just a shoulder. It could have been any Hulk.
Well, you could see his face.
Oh really?
So-
I guess.
yeah,
I
you
guess
saw
I
his
must have
face
blinked. It
through
must
the
have been a
blades.
literal blink and you miss it.
Well, because he goes like this and he holds it for a second, and you see his
Right.
face through the blades.
It's
I
because
see.
that's that iconic
Yeah.
comic book cover.
I might have been snacking for that like instant.
It's also technically. I'm gonna push my glasses up. Actually, Wolverine didn't wear the brown suit when he fought the Hulk. Sorry.
Well, that's all right.
Is that true?
Oh, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Yeah.
I loved that they did it, the Uncanny X-Men cover with him crucified on the X.
Yes, that was cool with
With
all the skulls.
all the red
yeah.
skulls. That's something that ties into something else I loved about this movie. This movie was rated R, and it
Yeah.
was an R.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would
But
you say it was a hard R?
I would say it was a hard R with all the blood and cursing.
It's your uncle
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving after 8 beers. A real
Nice.
rare hard R.
Very good. But no, I love that. What do you guys think of the Henry Cavill cameo?
It's great. I think
I thought it was
think
cute, yeah.
nobody would be upset if he ended up being like the real Wolverine.
No, I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
The way I don't even know what they did or the camera they used, but whatever they used made it feel very much like this is a legitimate MCU scene. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
it felt less cartoony and less like Fox and Deadpool-y, and it felt more like this is in the fucking MCU for all.
That
Yeah.
felt like a post-credit scene.
I agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That seems like a waste of a good actor, in my opinion. If that
Yeah,
was all
who
we
knows?
had.
They'll bring him back, maybe.
Yeah.
I kind of think they missed a trick because I think they should have brought in a few other actors for this part too,
I
for this
agree.
montage.
Yeah.
Danny Radcliffe.
Dan, exactly. All the people, all the people the internet have said should have been brought in for a
That
quick
would've been
little. You
fun.
film it from your house.
Yeah.
You mean get the guy from Mission Impossible 2 who was originally supposed to play him?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get
That
Drew
would've
Gray
been a good
Scott.
one.
Russell Crowe, who was offered the role, right?
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
love to
those
see
are
the
good.
modern day Russell Crowe with that
Yeah.
fucking gut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'd be so fucking
And-
funny.
A huge like missed opportunity is when there's like the little Wolverine, the like 5'2".
Get Danny DeVito.
No, let Glenn Danzig get a crack at it.
Oh, Glenn Danzig,
Take a
yeah.
shot.
Let's go.
I want to see a less gay Wolverine. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
He gets down and it's Danny DeVito and he doesn't even pull out claws. He just pulls out his gun and he starts blasting.
Trash Man is in the MC.
Oh, I just eat all the trash.
So now the rugged, good-looking fellow there with the motorcycle. That's Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Henry Cavill was the guy with the motorcycle.
Yeah, because with the motorcycle, that's lost on me. But I'm like, well, this is something. Probably put a little pin in it. It seemed like a nice little bone for the audience here. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fan casting, which makes
Yeah.
me wonder
Yeah.
if it's similar to John Krasinski in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness,
It could be. It could be.
where it's like, there you go, you've seen it, but he's not going to be Wolverine.
They could also bring it again. Secret Wars has the opportunity to literally even though we got Mr. Spaghetti, fantastic. The Secret Wars could bring back all of these. We could get a Johnny K, Mr. Fantastic, and we can get a Henry Cavill Wolverine for that movie. Anything goes. Like have fun with
Yeah.
fan casting, and then we can all get over it and just go on
Right.
with making regular movies.
I have a feeling that, like several times Deadpool jokes that like they're going to make Hugh Jackman do this until he's 90.
Yeah.
I legitimately think that they are going to just pay him to do it until he's dead. Like because he makes money.
Yeah. He
That
does.
is true.
And he's good at it. Like
Mhm.
he like you said, he's never phoned in a performance. And he's very good at it. You know what really got me though? Where I said, "Oh shit," is first off when Blade showed up.
Yeah.
But the real oh shit was when all the Deadpools showed up. and like
Oh,
they
yeah.
walk out to Madonna in slow-mo,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And he fucking pulls up the cowl, like the Wolverine mask.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, they
Yeah.
fucking did it.
Yeah.
Would you
Love
only
that.
pull when you save that for special occasions? Just
Yeah.
for killing.
But like he had that shit the whole time. It was just hanging off the back of his neck.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But love that. But then when he talks with it on, I was like, oh, this doesn't look great.
No,
It was weird. It was like, I get that they probably, they had to CGI it in because they wanted to have him in the trailer and they didn't want to give away the, the money shot there, but
Yeah.
they should have just shot it twice. Like,
Yes.
just, like, is
Yeah.
it that hard?
You have unlimited money. Film
Yeah.
it twice.
Just make a mask and film it twice.
I didn't really like it. It seemed to like protrude out.
His
Yeah.
face all of a sudden looked thinner in it, didn't it?
Yeah,
I bet you
yeah.
they'll fix it, and by the time it hits a disc, it'll be looking better.
Oh yeah, in 2 months on Disney Plus, it's gonna
Yeah.
look great.
Yeah. But in that,
You are
that-
right. The face did look weird with
Mhm.
that. Now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, it looked
I
odd.
still loved it.
Yeah, no, I was
because,
like, all right,
you know.
it's weird, but
But also that fight scene, it's like a big, a oneer with air quotes because it's clearly cuts and stuff. But like,
yeah.
it looks good,
Mhm, mhm.
and that was one of the better parts of the movie for me. I was like, hell yeah, brother, hell
See,
yeah, brother.
I didn't think that scene looked that good.
The bus, once they got to the bus, especially once they jumped out of the bus, it looked very much like choose your player. Like, it was
Yeah.
just like...
I think one thing about that scene that they didn't do too well is outside of a couple of Deadpools that stood out, there were a lot of just guys who look like Deadpool cosplayers.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Kill
like
'em all. That's cool.
yeah, no, but give me a few more variants. Like you could tell, like what was that Ryan Reynolds playing the Asian Deadpool, and they didn't want to show his face because they thought it'd be
Yeah,
problematic.
God.
Like, God, that's
I
a
don't know.
that's a fair
100
fucking question.
That was 100% Ryan Reynolds, and yes, it can't be like a Mickey Rourke. Mickey
No,
Rourke?
I
Mickey
think Mickey
Rooney.
Rooney. It's not Mickey
Yeah,
Rourke.
Mickey Rooney.
I don't know. I'm sure he does it too.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke's sitting in his mansion doing an Asian accent somewhere.
Just
money
for the
on it.
hell of it.
What are you gonna do?
But I don't know. That scene, I was like, I don't know. It felt like they were trying to get a cameo there. Couldn't.
There's like one cameo in there, and that's only for me looking at the cast after the movie.
There was a
There's
couple
3.
cameos.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's 3. Ooh.
Yeah. Because it's Matthew McConaughey as Cowboy Deadpool.
Oh shit. Okay, that makes sense.
It's Blake Lively as Lady Deadpool, and
Yep.
it was Nathan Fillion as the Flying Head Pool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
now.
And it was Ryan Reynolds' kids as the 2 kids.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Hmm.
So
Because beforehand, maybe like 15 minutes or so before, he makes a nepotism joke. And then when all these Deadpools come out, I was like, all right, Lady Deadpool has to be Blake Lively. Has to be.
Yeah.
Sure enough was. So I like that his kids are in the movie. That's kind of it's like a Judd Apatow touch.
Yeah.
Or Judd Apatow, like his wife and kids are in every goddamn movie.
Yeah, it's cheap labor.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we talked about in Deadpool 2 how there was the moment where he's dying, and we unanimously agreed that it took too long.
Yeah.
Like it was played too much for laughs to the detriment of the movie.
yeah.
I thought that the pretty Deadpool, like the regular Ryan Reynolds one,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
death scene again. Why did that take so long?
It felt, yeah, it's like one of those things where like, oh, it's funny because it takes long. It's like, yeah, but you hit a point of no return where you're not getting it. It's like, all right, I get it now. Like the first couple of lines are funny, but let's save it for the line-orama, on the
Yeah.
special
Like
features.
he should have died right after, like they pull him into cover and like, all right, what about your regenerative abilities? And he's
Right.
like, regenerative abilities, and then he dies
Yeah.
right there. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know what?
But-
You want to still use him as a human shield. I'm for it.
Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
funny. But like having him say like I'm gonna live like over and over again is not funny.
If you're gonna do that, you need to start quoting fucking Reservoir Dogs. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dying, Larry.
Are you a doctor?
Previous episode, check it out.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think that's the first episode of yours I listened to.
Ooh.
Wow.
Love me some Reservoir Doggies.
What do you guys think of Cassandra Nova and Paradox?
I thought
I like
they were
them.
both really. I thought Cassandra Nova was really, really good. I loved how the touching the brain stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
effects there were very cool.
Yeah, when it first came out, like through the eyes, the fingies.
Yeah, it was
ugh.
yucky. Yucky.
Yeah,
but cool.
that.
Very
Yes, yeah, super, super cool. And I thought she was really menacing.
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the Chris Evans cameo?
Oh,
I loved it.
I loved it. Yeah, I'm. He's so funny.
Did
Yeah.
you for even a second think that was Captain America?
No.
I 100% knew it was the Human
Yes.
Torch.
They got
Well-
my wife. They got my wife for sure.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot he played two different roles. So
Yeah.
when it's led up like, oh, it's gonna be Captain America. Here's a little like American flag, and then I
Right.
see him. I was like, oh yeah, that guy's Captain America. And then
Yeah.
when he's in like the Fantastic Four thing, I'm like, oh yeah, he did that one before
Yeah.
too. So like,
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Just right.
You know what I
there.
thought the great hint was that it wasn't Captain America? The green like hood / shawl he was wearing that was kind of reminiscent of Doctor Doom.
Hmm.
I think that was a hint right off the bat. That's like once he reveals it's Chris Evans, this ain't Captain America. This is Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
I did love when they were interacting with Deadpool because he calls him like a dickhead or something.
Yeah.
And that clues Deadpool off that it's not Captain America.
Yeah.
And then when he goes, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Yeah.
And he says the flame on. And I really love Pyro in this movie
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he sucks the fire out of him and he just fall. I thought he was dead there
Yeah.
Same.
because his body folds like a fucking accordion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if physics work different in the void.
They must.
I don't know.
It looked like if New Jack threw him off a scaffold.
Oh no.
Deep cut.
That's a very deep cut. It almost killed that guy.
Almost did. Yeah, but that scene, him falling through everything, I'm like, oh, if he's like a normal guy, he would be dead like 8 times right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was originally supposed to die, but Chris Evans was like, "I'm up for more if you want." I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, fuck.
He felt like Homer Simpson falling down the cliff.
Yeah.
I'm
He hit
gonna
everything
make
on the
it.
way
I'm gonna
down.
make it.
Yeah.
I think Chris Evans has a legitimately great time doing shit like this.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. And also with this one, he didn't have to get like, you ever see like in the shirtless scenes with Captain America, his shoulders
Oh,
are
yeah.
bigger
Oh,
than
yeah.
anyone's shoulders have ever been on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
And like, you could see that he's like built like a regular man here.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he's
you know
just
what?
a guy
Good
in
for
a
you,
shirt.
Chris. Good for you. You don't have to fucking change your body to do this role. You know,
Yeah.
good for you, man.
I was surprised there were not more X-Men in this movie.
Hmm.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought for sure we would get a few variants at least.
I thought we were
different
going to see
actors.
Halle Berry.
Yeah. That was a
I-
big rumor about Halle Berry.
I thought we were going to see a James Marsden.
Yeah. Especially because those are characters you can redeem because they never did shit with either of those characters.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm. And there were supposed to have been rumors about him being around, but that just makes me think of either deleted scenes or them just doing like early work on whatever next crossover is going to happen, and then we'll see them next time around. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really loved the Elektra, Blade, and Gambit team for a
Mhm.
few reasons. I think it showed 3 types of characters here. Because we had the franchise or the movie that people didn't like with like Elektra and Daredevil, which I think was a great bit
Oh, yeah.
when Daredevil died. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's fine.
Yeah.
I after the movie, like the first thing I said to a girlfriend is like, oh, this line is because in real life he cheated on her and then they got divorced. So I like
Yeah.
that was the first thing in my head after the movie. I'm like, oh, this is the first thing my dumb brain has to say. I just
Yeah.
thought that was such a good line to like put in there. And we love Jennifer Gardner. She's America's sweetheart.
Yeah, what's in your wallet?
None of your business, Jennifer.
But we also had the character from the great movie that Marvel just doesn't talk about, the big Wesley Snipes surprise.
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
never reference this franchise.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, and I've actually never seen any of the Blade movies. Before
The
I could
first
tell, there are
one's great.
Yeah.
First one's good.
First one's good.
That's the good one.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were in the same universe.
I don't think they
Not.
were.
They all
That's
are
why they're
now.
all in the void. Yeah.
Got.
It's all
okay.
the multiverse now.
Got it.
Every single Marvel movie is being pulled now into the MCU because of they can.
Well,
And it makes them money.
well, hold on. It's different universes. It's just part of a multiverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But then we also had the character from a movie that was constantly talked about and never made.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
these three very
Mhm.
different classifications of movies and different classifications of characters that I think worked really well with the whole meta aspect of this movie.
hmm
Yeah. And then we get X-23 as well, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing her come back. I think she's going to take up the mantle of Wolverine. I think they're going to do it, and you're going to see a bunch of boys get pissed off on the internet.
Oh, man.
Girl Wolverine!
That's the best option, honestly. Just
Yeah.
let's get her instead. We've had enough Wolverine.
I think we'll get our first female president before our first female Wolverine.
Well, the thing is, like, what are they gonna do? Is he gonna pass the torch to her again?
No, she'll just be in the next movie.
Yeah, listen, there's a
The
very
torch
good
has been
chance.
passed. She has the torch.
Yeah,
But Huey
That's
Jackson's
how it
still
works,
there.
Andy.
But what are the chances of they do a true Old Man Logan storyline with them where he's not killing now?
Mm.
Because remember, his
Hmm.
whole thing was he turned the world against the X-Men because he became a killer. What if he says, I'm not violent anymore. I don't kill. I'm not Wolverine. And that becomes the actual Old Man Logan comic book storyline,
Oh, I
Which-
see what you're saying.
Mm.
Yeah.
allows her to then take up the mantle of the Wolverine so he can just be Logan.
Okay.
You know, because
Okay.
he's clearly very traumatized from his past of being a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Well, yeah, he is. I mean, this Wolverine is at least.
Yeah. Well, that was his whole backstory here. And it's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they were smart not to show the killing of the X-Men. And I think they were smart not to show him just killing random people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do love that they're like, you killed bad people. And he was like, not just the bad ones, bub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
I did like how he used Bub like a
Yeah.
lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Bubbed it up.
Yeah.
I also think they do a great job in this movie of explaining why he's in the suit.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like it's all part of his pain. How Scott Summers, Cyclops kept bugging him to wear it, and he refused to wear it because it's a great callback to that first X-Men movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's just like, now I don't take it off because I'm an X-Man. That's what I want it to be. That's what I always wanted to be, but I didn't want them to know that.
Right.
And
I
I
like that.
refused to take the suit off.
I like how as the movie goes, it's more battle damage. Like he loses the sleeves, and you're like, okay,
Mhm.
classic. And then eventually the shirt comes off. I did like when the shirt came off. Like
Yeah,
how there's like a
that you did.
slow mo
Yeah.
glance from Ryan Reynolds. He's just like in frame, like his head just slides in frame. And he's like, check that out. That man's 55,
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
He's looking good.
brother.
What's
Your
in the
physique.
water down in Australia?
Well, they apparently like just dehydrate the hell out of him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's less about what's in the water and more about him not
Yeah.
having any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just eating sponges, actually. Oh,
Have some more salt, you. Come on.
Oh, mate, I eat nothing but sponges to get my physique. That turned into British very quickly.
Good eye.
It's a Cockney.
That's all the fucking. What aren't they a bunch of British criminals anyway, right?
Yeah, more or less. I appreciated that. It seemed like those, I guess, tombstones were shaped like the Sentinel, like in Days of Future Past. I don't know if you guys have seen Days of Future Past.
I have, but I didn't even catch this.
Yeah, the transports for the Sentinels, like when they're coming to, kill all the X-Men, they're basically look kind of like in that shape.
Oh,
the same
interesting.
shape as the tombstones. So it's almost like, them sort of implying that They were just like, oh, I went out for a drink and came back and they killed all the X-Men. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, was that easy? They just
Yeah.
walked in and killed all the X-Men.
I do love that, like, all the X-Men were slaughtered. Meanwhile, it's totally Logan's fault for not going back there.
Well,
like, dude, you would have been killed too.
Mm.
Or at least fucked
Yeah.
up. If they were able to take out every other X-Men, he's not an Omega level mutant like
No, he's not.
Xavier or Storm.
Well, you got that survivor's guilt. That's his
But-
burden.
Yeah.
That's his cross to bear.
in the comics, I'm pretty sure Wolverine has regrown from an atom or something.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he has.
I don't know
It's too much.
how you could
honestly.
really kill him.
Well, that's what kind of makes the ending of Logan and thus the opening of this weird, because like if he's able to constantly regenerate from nothing, like what was the thing in his chest so powerful, or just because it was there for so long he just couldn't regenerate, or else he would have grown around a tree?
So
Oh fuck, I'm stuck in this tree now.
I think he's dying because he has adamantium poisoning.
Yeah.
His
Oh.
healing
It's-
regenerative powers are
So should I not have had lead stuck to my bones?
No,
yeah,
Robbie, no.
Fuck.
aluminum
Uh-oh.
only.
I will say
Um,
I did like in the beginning how he's like, how am I going to honor, the legacy of Logan? He's like, I'm just not.
Mhm.
And then like he beats everybody to death with his skeleton. I like that.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
at the same time, it really doesn't take anything away from Logan. Like
No.
Logan is a great movie on its
Yeah.
own.
If you're watching this movie and you're going, "Oh, this took away from the ending and the legacy of Logan," stop taking movies so seriously.
Yeah, like that's its standalone. I mean, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could
Well-
be that while this exists,
Yeah, like this doesn't have to ruin the legacy of anything. You could just, okay, this is another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I saw in an interview with Huey Jacks, he's like, I think it might have even been on Hot Ones. I don't remember, but he was like, like I saw Deadpool and I was like, wow, that's great. I'd love to work with that. But Deadpool came out like 7 days after I announced my retirement. So it's like he's wanted to do this
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah. And him and Ryan Reynolds have been teasing each other for a
Yeah.
long time.
He also
Yeah.
said that he wanted to do something with the Avengers, which
Mhm.
which is why he's here. It's because
Yeah.
Kevin Feige heard that and he's like, hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. So
I
that's
love
why,
that I do love he said fuck the Avengers in this movie.
yeah.
Which does that imply the Avengers existed in his universe?
Yeah.
Probably.
It seems
pretty
to,
cool.
that there's a version of that in his universe.
Apparently the Fox before like even before the Avengers, they were planning to do an X-Men and Fantastic Four crossover and Daredevil. Like they were going to
Mhm.
do their own
Yeah.
thing and they just never did.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because most of those movies were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you put them all together, you're going to get butts and seats.
No,
Yeah.
they were not gonna. You can't make You can't make one good movie, 4 bad movies, and then be like, all right, here's a team up. People aren't gonna buy that.
Yeah.
Well, people didn't hate the second Fantastic Four movie.
Okay,
People
but they
didn't hate it.
hated.
I've never seen it.
They hated the third X-Men.
Yes.
They hated Daredevil. They hated Elektra.
Yeah.
Okay, Wesley Snipes was not coming back as Blade at that point.
He might have
I
been
don't,
in jail.
I don't even think
He was in
part of
jail
the
up
plan.
to this point, though.
I think he was. Yeah, I think you're
think he
actually
was.
right.
So it's nice to see him get get a little film credit. Good for Wesley.
Yeah.
Andy, you said the biggest surprise was Wesley Snipes in this movie. I disagree. I was surprised, even in an R-rated movie, Disney allowed them to use the R word.
That was
Yeah.
funny. And it was Wesley Snipes too. That was
yeah,
funny.
yeah, that popped the shit out of me. I laughed
Yeah.
real hard, and I was
Mhm.
real surprised that Disney was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you could do that."
I liked how after he said it, Ryan Reynolds corrected him and then it was like, Jesus Christ.
I think Gambit was a very pleasant surprise. I'd say
Yeah.
he was the most pleasant surprise for me.
Mhm.
I did like how he was killing dudes with the kinetic power. I thought that was really
Yes.
cool. Like people blowing up and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, one guy literally exploded from like the
Yeah.
inside out. It looked like.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
In
I-
your, sorry. In
Oh, no.
your last episode, one of you, I think Rob called it. you're talking about Channing Tatum in this universe, and I was like, I didn't know he's in there. And then when Gambit appears, I'm like, oh, it's Channing Tatum. And one of you called this on your last episode, the X-Men, the Wolverine origin one, that Gambit would be making an appearance. It's like,
Yeah, I think we both called that.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, Channing Tatum will definitely be in this movie as Gambit.
I also think it was absolutely inspired to make him play this character terribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a great like cameo, a guy in the movie for 5 minutes. You can't make a movie with the over the top Nolan's accent. That's like impossible to understand. I thought that was hilarious, but like you can't have Gambit filmed. It wouldn't work.
No, not with him doing it.
Yeah,
and I think it was perfect because I don't think if Channing Tatum ever played Gambit, we were going to get that Creole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course not.
But
that's
why
it was so surprising.
Exactly. And the interactions between him and Deadpool were great with the, who is your dialogue coach?
Yeah.
The Minions?
Oh, that got a huge pop in my audience. When he
That
said
popped
that,
me.
Popped huge. Bunch of marks.
Everything with Gambit was popping me. The accent, the fact that he was made to look like an actual badass when they fought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kept waiting for him to go, I remember it.
Yeah.
But I really, really liked Gambit in this movie, even if he was intentionally played terribly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good stuff. This is a good, fun time. I enjoyed it. I am just a little tired of the look who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in. It's She-Hulk.
I think this movie was actually, that's one of the things I'm torn on, because once Deadpool said, at some point in the movie, he goes, oh, so we can use gratuitous variants, like gratuitous cameos as variants? And then the only one we got was Henry Cavill. I actually thought they were very reserved. That.
Yeah.
Because I think going in, they were kind of telling you, like, you're going to see, we're basically saying goodbye to that universe.
Yeah.
Because they even say, like, oh, it's slowly rotting or whatever the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this overall, which I get what you're saying, and I could totally understand that. In a way, I feel the same way. But in this, I think this was just one last hurrah for these characters.
Yeah, and it's done well. It's like I had a great time.
I definitely think for some of these, it's the last hurrah. I definitely think that the Secret Wars is going to be incursions of all these universes smashing together. So I think we're going to get to have fun with a lot of different things. And then just like they did this in the comics too, where they had all these incursions of all these other multiverses, and then they just decided to pick and choose which ones they wanted to keep and which ones they wanted to say, okay, now those are gone.
Yeah, they keep what works and they get rid of what didn't, and that's it.
So this is a long way trimming the fat.
So what you're saying is we're not going to get a Elektra 2.
No.
No.
Also, have you guys seen this? Like just happened yesterday. The announcement of Dr. Doom.
Yes.
So like.
Why don't you refresh those who may not be up to speed?
Do you mean this is a joke I was really proud of? Robert Doomy Jr.
You said you were proud of that.
Yeah.
You said you were proud of that, Rob.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. I'm more proud of that than either of my parents are of me. So
not very proud.
I need help.
So now if I could ask a question. I let the audio then do the questions thing. All right. So if you're playing Iron Man, an iconic role, arguably, Robert Downey Jr. revitalized his career on this role. Why would he now be playing another character? Is there some relation between the two?
So what's undoubtedly going to happen is he's going to be a Tony Stark variant from a different universe where some shit went wrong and he became Dr. Doom.
So now, because I don't know, is Dr. Doom and Iron Man, what's the relation between the characters?
He's a big Marvel villain. He's mostly connected to the Fantastic Four, but he does fight Iron Man pretty regularly.
Because I can picture that Doctor Doom's like green cloak with like iron, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
building. Like I can picture it, but I don't know.
This
backstory.
is very clearly a desperation pivot
Yeah.
away from Kang.
Yes.
And I am interested to see what they do with it, because that is an interesting move, and it has been done in the comics where Tony Stark from a different universe became Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange has been Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
I also think it's a great character for him to be because
Yeah, a villain. That's
it's going to be mostly voice work for Downey.
Yeah,
probably, yeah, unless they pop that mask off.
Yeah, but like 90% of the time when you see him, you're going to have that mask on,
Yeah.
and he is not going to be under that mask.
It's going to be Pedro Pascal under there.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be because the Fantastic Four movie is going to be taking place in another universe. So I think he's going to be. They apparently at Comic-Con they kept saying Victor Von Doom, that he's going to be playing Victor Von Doom specifically. So I think he's. I mean, it may be that he's just a version of Tony Stark that becomes Doctor Doom. But I think he's going to be the Doctor Doom for the Fantastic Four universe, and I think all these incursions is going to be what brings him in to be the big bad.
Right.
And what I think is really interesting is that I don't know if you guys have seen the Loki TV series, but they've had like a redemption story for him, and it provides an opportunity now for Tom Hiddleston to be the hero, fighting Robert Downey Jr. as the villain. You know, sort of swapping places from the original Avengers movie.
See, like, if they do shit like that, I'm here for it, you know? Like, I'm here to, like, try something new. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because,
But
like,
they have
when
the
they play it
opportunity.
safe, with, like, shit like the Marvels, like, well, that's a fine movie. Like, we had fun.
Yeah.
But, like, it's nothing. It's, like, nothing really happens. Like, nothing of consequence. It's safe. It's just a really safe movie. But when you try new shit, like Infinity War, arguably the best Marvel movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like the main character is the bad guy, so like that's new and interesting.
Mhm.
And like at the end of it, they kill everybody. It's like that's new and interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's just do new and interesting shit, and I'm here for it, brother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
And like if they really stick the landing on these last two Marvel phases, you know, like I know there's been a lot of ups and downs, but you know, if it sticks the landing, then I think a lot of people are still on board, you know?
Yeah. I would say what they should do is again focus on the things that work. So like where's Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Because that movie was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I love Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Where's he? Where's what's going on with Black Panther? What's
I think the reaction to Black Panther made them pause. The second Black Panther made them pause and go, all right, we need to really figure out what we're going to do with this guy, with this character.
Well, it seemed like they gave it to shit, I forgot his name. He's like the leader of the other tribe, but like fuck, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was going to him.
Yeah. So
for the time being until
character.
Yeah, well, like get him going.
That.
I think
Robert Downey Jr.
That's it.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
He's done it once before. He'll do it again.
I remembered. It's M'Baku.
But it's his character from Gothica.
If they have M'Baku take over and have him show up, you know, like that would be cool. You know, like let's go. I know that I think COVID set their schedule back like 8 years. Also, the bad movies has set them back.
Yeah.
I just think they should, like, right now they're taking a little break. Like, this is the only Marvel movie released this year, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
I think they should have taken a big break after Endgame.
Well, they had apparently the person that was ultimately in charge, like even over Kevin Feige, was basically just like, you got to pump out material, you know, and then he retired.
They became a
something.
content
That's when they
farm.
said, okay, let's take a beat and sort things out and get it all sorted out and get our shit together and just get it all up there in a bag and get our shit together, you know?
Which ties into the problem of why now we sit here asking, where did these characters go? Because you released all these movies at once. You know, you were getting 4 shows, you were getting 3 or 4 movies a year. And then all of a sudden, it's like, once you need to slow down, because they absolutely did need to slow down,
Yeah.
it's going, well, now where are all these guys?
Exactly.
Because you've had
And-
no problem bringing in characters for one-off or cameos in other movies, but no one's mentioned Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you don't get other people even talking about that movie. No
Yeah.
one. We finally just saw in a trailer the big fucking thing that came out of the ground in the Eternals. No
Right.
one talks about that movie when a giant statue came out of the earth.
Yeah.
Well, now they're bringing.
It's-
I think that's them kind of like, hey, we're gonna try closing up some loose ends. We get the leader from the Incredible Hulk movie, like they're
Right.
finally paying off on that. And yeah, like you said, the Eternals, the Celestial on the ground. That's probably where all the adamantium is going to come from in
Right.
the MCU, because it does seem to be all about like inter what am I trying to say?
Galactic.
Interplanetary.
Planetary, international relations and shit.
Yeah.
So it would, over a new resource.
Yeah.
So I think they are trying to kind of tie up the loose ends a little bit.
Yeah. And I
Now,
think that's
I've
a
never
good
even
move.
heard of a John Chi. Never heard of that. I said it wrong too.
Shang-Chi is like it's like a kung fu MCU movie.
And it even devolved away from Kung Fu and
It
just
does.
lasers by
it
the
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like mostly.
Yeah, that was so disappointing. It was like
Yeah.
really cool fighting and kung and all this stuff, and then at the end it was like, dragons and lasers, fuck it.
Yeah. It was like
Yeah.
really, a lot of it was like really well choreographed, really well shot, like just like
Well,
fight sequences.
even the final fight with him and his dad is well
Yeah.
done. It's just like in a barren wasteland.
Yeah, and it
with
comes
all
after
this
him
smoke
riding
around.
a dragon. So
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. I still really like that movie.
I know.
Oh, it was
I
good,
love that
but-
movie.
When about did this come out? It's like 10 years.
No,
During
Either-
the pandemic, I think.
21,
Yeah.
22, around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, to put you on the hot seat, what was worse, COVID or Daredevil?
I actually never saw Daredevil.
COVID's worse.
I'd say Daredevil for sure. I love COVID, dude.
Real quick, back to Deadpool and Wolverine. I really liked overall the fighting in this movie,
Mhm.
especially that fight inside the Honda Odyssey. I thought
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
done
Yeah, that
really, really
That was
well.
good stuff.
I
Yeah.
love the foreshadowing to the Honda Odyssey is
Yes.
such
Yeah.
a good payoff.
I also I like what's his name? Peter.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
He's
liked
so
all his
funny.
stuff. I liked how he shows up and he's got a massive hog.
that was
That's
great. His
hilarious.
balls, his huge
Yeah.
fucking just switch.
Huge bolt.
Oh my God.
Peter.
And that
I
that,
love-
that lady
I
from
thought-
Loki is like infatuated with him.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I love how he was like, a friend of mine got his nipples clamped and it reaches all the way down to his
Yeah.
groin, and then later
Here, pull it. Yeah. See, you never know.
I think him, like, after they kill all of the other Deadpool, because at this point we're all thinking like, oh, they don't regenerate, they're all dead, and then they all regenerate, and in my head I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want another
Yeah.
I don't want another 5-minute fight scene. So
yeah.
him coming in to like break up the tension and that, I thought that
So
was
funny.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good.
Hey, fellow Deadpools, that
Yeah.
Deadpool's with me. Hey, it's Peter.
Enjoy my beater.
Yes.
That was a good line.
Overall, like this movie doesn't push the needle forward for the larger MCU,
Not really. Yeah. I would say
which
just
it's not a bad thing. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
it opened doors basically.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was designed to do that. I thought it was more of a
Yeah, it's more of a Deadpool movie.
yeah.
Just
This was very much, like I said, it was a straight buddy comedy. I mean, even the fight scenes, like in the Honda Odyssey, when they were switched during the fight, and you see the blood splattering on the coexist bumper sticker, and the
Yeah.
light changing from day to light, just as more and more blood is splattering. You know, they went out and said, we're going to make a straight comedy that's a love letter to the Fox Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they
it's
did.
Successful. Yeah.
I love that nice pool. They like had a little bit more of a Canadian accent.
Yeah.
And And like he was so insufferable, of course he would have a coexist like bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I too can lightly tap the fourth wall.
Yeah.
The proposal.
The proposal, yeah.
Is that what you think I do?
Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. Well,
Yeah.
should we go to Letterboxd there, Robbie, or you got anything else to say?
No, I got nothing else other than I really liked, like I said, the fighting. I just wanted to make sure we talk about the fighting. I thought overall the fighting was really good. I also really loved the immediate death of Sabretooth.
Yeah, he gets his head lopped off.
Especially because in the trailers, they really made that to be like it was going to be a big fight.
Yeah.
No.
So I do think the trailers did this movie a disservice. And this is a problem with a lot of movies nowadays, particularly comedies, because they showed a lot of the things they thought would get the big laughs in the trailer.
Yeah.
And once you have Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't need any more trailers for that. I don't need to know anything about the story. You've sold me. And I think with the success of the Deadpool movies and the success of the X-Men movies and Wolverine in general, once you say Deadpool, Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, there's your promotion for the movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They should have dialed it back to almost nothing.
Oh, I didn't even watch the trailer. I went into this movie knowing this is what it's going to be. I don't want to see any spoiler whatsoever.
I was surprised how much they gave away in the advertising, and it kind of reminds me of like David Cross has a bit where he's just like McDonald's should just stop advertising because it's not like people are gonna go like, did McDonald's go out of business? Like no, like everyone's gonna go to McDonald's. You don't have to advertise anything.
Right.
That's
so
also
like
them announcing Robert Downey Jr. is Doom. Like imagine that reveal, like not knowing, and you're watching the Fantastic Four movie, and it's like RDJ is there. It's like what? But they shit on that. Like I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily mind.
Yeah,
nice Pat. I don't necessarily mind the reveal of RDJ there because it's just drumming up interest. Once they start coming out with trailers, I don't want to see him in the trailers.
Right. I think it's not only drumming up interest, but I feel like it's almost their way of like being like, don't worry, we're sorting it out. Like with Jonathan Majors getting the boot, and they're sort of like, don't worry, we're not gonna, somehow Palpatine returned it again.
Yeah.
So like here's
they got,
like up front, here's what we're doing.
They got the Russo brothers back too.
Yeah. So I feel like they're like, look, we know what worked, so we're gonna try to get back to basics.
They hit the panic button.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, hey, they do it right.
Listen, absolutely.
Yeah.
If they do it right, great. But they absolutely hit the panic button with bringing back RDJ, bringing back the Russo brothers. It's, oh, fuck, shit's gone bad quick.
I mean, that's a solid panic button, though. So.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the thing is they just need to get people back in seats, and then they could start doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Like then you could start trying new shit again.
Well, it also helps that outside of Oppenheimer, what's a good movie RDJ has done since he stopped being Iron Man?
He just did that thing where he plays like 5 different roles. It's like people are talking about that.
The Nutty Professor.
That's the one.
Is the name of the movie the thing where he does 5 different roles?
Yes.
Because if you can't give me the title of it, I'm not going to give it that much credit.
Well, joke's on you. That's what it's called.
Oh, shit. It's the one. It's Robert Downey Jr. in the one where he plays 5 different roles.
Dr. Dolittle.
That movie sucked. Did you see that?
That's my favorite movie of all time, Robbie.
First of all, the RDJ one is just Doolittle.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I lied.
I watched it, and that's that situation of too many cooks.
Who was Dr. Dolittle?
That was Eddie Murphy.
That was Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I liked it because Norm Macdonald voiced a dog, so that got me.
Norm Macdonald. That's right.
I liked the whole movie.
I watched that movie for that.
Norm Macdonald voiced a dog.
I was like, I think Norm plays Lucky the dog, so I'll watch this movie.
The RDJ one had like John Cena as a polar bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I like John Cena, but whatever.
I mean, if the bear's laying in the snow, you can't see him.
Very good.
Very good. Well, Letterboxd, Robbie.
Yeah, let's go to Letterboxd.
Like I said, I think this is of the exact same quality as Deadpool 1 and 2. So I'd say 3.5 for me. Dog.
I agree with 3.5 for totally different reasons. I don't think this is anything like the first two Deadpool movies. I think they went out here and made a buddy comedy, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but for the most part, I think this is a really fun time. So, no, I do agree with 3.5.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did a similar, it was definitely less so, but with Cable and Deadpool, they kind of had a buddy thing going. Like one's the straight man, one's the goof.
Yeah.
This a little more long form, and it's good. I think they're all three of them are good movies.
They do a great job of finding people Ryan Reynolds has a good chemistry with.
Yeah.
Because even, as we all know, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are good friends in real life. They play off each other really well throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, a lot of like shut the fuck up from Hugh Jackman, and it doesn't get old. Like it's funny every time. We're just like, shut the fuck up. Like that's good stuff.
They do a good job of making Deadpool annoying in this.
Yeah. And they wait long enough that you kind of forget that like Wolverine's sick of hearing about it, Like, It's like, did I not tell you to shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Sure now I can talk.
Yeah.
Because then he does the thing where it's like, I told you to shut up. I asked you a question, then you refuse to answer it. You son of a bitch. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I agree with 3.5.
I think, honestly, it's, if only for probably budget and just the tools to play with a little bit, of a bigger sandbox. Like I'd say it's like, the same quality as Deadpool 1 and 2, but I feel like because of, I guess, the budget and the ability to kind of play with these other characters a little bit, it does elevate it, especially like hearing, Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool 2 go like, oh, like you don't have the budget for a couple more X-Men,
Yeah.
And then we got Juggernaut and Pyro and all these people,
Right.
We even get a call back to that because he goes, no Magneto. This is where Disney cheaps out.
That would have been fantastic.
Oh,
that would have been, I would have crumbed right in my jorts.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think?
You know me, I'm my crumb and jorts.
Not about Andy's crumb and jorts, about the movie.
Oh, okay.
I'll go 3.5 inches.
Okay.
I'm torn. I'm like, I want to go 3.5. I also want to say 4. I'm not saying it's like the perfect movie, but I think for
4, it's out of 5, so 4 would not be the perfect movie.
Yeah.
Then I'm definitely giving. I'm definitely
4
giving
is fair, I think.
Yeah, I always thought these were like out of 4. I'll definitely give it a 4 then. I thought for somebody who's watches their one superhero movie a year, loved it. And then people who you guys know more about this than I do. Definitely, I thought y'all enjoyed it. I've had 4 screwdrivers. It's 11 in the morning, so my Nolans accent comes out of me. But I thought it was a good movie. All the fight scenes were good. There wasn't a lull, and you're watching like 200 deaths in the movie, and all of them were unique and good. And I say more deaths, more better. Sure.
The pacing's fantastic.
It is very good.
Never do I feel bored or like, oh, what time is it? How long have I been here? I'm just totally in the moment.
Yeah, like what you said, like the fight that goes onto the bus, excellent. And it's like the 5th fight in the movie. Still great.
Yeah.
Well, I do agree. They took advantage of the R rating with the blood and the violence and the cursing.
Yeah.
So, am I in the minority? Because I'm still saying I still think 3.5, but the rest of y'all are saying 4.
I say bump it to a 4. I think they've pleaded a very good case.
If I'm outnumbered 3-1, I'm going 4. All right, no one's objection.
Because you know what? I want to see it. I'm thinking about seeing it again.
Yeah,
that's not.
I'm going to see it after this. I never do that. And also consider like a 4 out of 5 is like a B. Are you going to give this movie less than a B?
Yeah.
Yeah, do a 4, I guess.
Guys, I go by vibes, baby. All right, I
Give
can rate
it a
this movie.
6.
If I'm rating, I can't. All right, Dave Meltzer. I can't just break the star rating system. But I go by vibes. I think this 3.5-star movie right now. If I watch it again tomorrow, I might think it's a 5-star movie, or I might think it's a 1-star movie. I don't know. It's all vibes. If I spill coffee on myself, it's a 1-star movie.
seems pretty personal to the experience, but
And then I sue McDonald's.
yeah,
Nice. And if I spill myself into my coffee,
it doesn't sound like you were at the movies.
Well, I wasn't, so I gave it a bad review because I wasn't at the movie. If I don't see it, I give it a bad review. I do it a lot on Letterboxd.
This is just cars and traffic lights. What the hell is this?
A terrible movie.
This is just my life.
I tried watching this as I was driving. 0 stars. I crashed.
It was too enrapturing.
Well, Robbie, I wrote a song.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't write a song.
No, I wrote a song. I just don't want to hear yours. Got him!
That's so fucking rude, dude.
Dude, they call me Rude Robbie.
Well, I got
I
bad
call
news,
you
Robbie.
Rude Robbie.
I
What's
got
the
bad news. Bad news, Rude Robbie.
What?
I wrote a song.
Well, yeah, that's because your name is
Holy
Music Mark.
shit. What's my name?
Asshole. Andy.
I like
It's
this.
asshole, comma, Andy.
Yeah.
Like how you said it.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Yeah,
Your middle name is just an underscore, and then
Yeah, No, you're a. I'm trying. What's a music term that starts with A? I don't know. Arabian Andy.
That's a music term, huh?
No,
Yeah.
it's because you're hung like a horse, brother.
Yeah.
What
That's,
was
good.
that,
That's a
what
good
was
horse,
that smart-
according to Red Dead.
It is.
What was that smart word you used before?
Acquiesce. Which, by the
Acquiesce.
way, that just means to give in. Like, that means to, like, reluctantly give in. So I didn't technically use the word right.
Acquiescent Andy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
You know
he's,
me.
he's into SDM.
So-
Hold on.
I'm
No,
very submissive.
SSD.
yeah.
USB.
The proper way I could have used it was I acquiesce that Deadpool does work in the MCU.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I used it incorrectly, but the
Yeah.
word was acquiesced.
You know what I really enjoyed was when he says "Welcome to the MCU" to Logan, and he's like, "You're joining at kind of a low point." I thought that was
Yes.
very funny.
All right, guys, we have 3 songs written.
I recorded it too.
I recorded mine also.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
forgot.
Pat, this is how we're gonna do this. Yo, Pat, choose who goes first.
Let's go with Mark.
Okay.
All right, we'll put Mark last.
No, you can put me. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about it for a second. I wrote a song. It was about me and my wife watched all those movies, like I mentioned. So it's a little bit about that. And I tried to. It seemed like they were maybe gonna play with multiverse stuff, and it seemed like almost like a road trip movie. So I tried to base it off of, I guess, kind of songs or genres that you might listen to on a road trip. And it's called Songpool, I guess.
So this will be in like my Spotify day list for road trip jams.
Sure, yeah.
There's about 1 million movies that we watch to catch us up to Deadpool and Wolverine. We probably could have kept on going. Motivation started really slowly the last couple of weeks. And if you really want, you can cut it down to 13 movies to see. They have the barest skin, the ultra thinnest tissue tween stories. X-Men 1, 2, 3, X-Men Origins Wolverine. First time we see Deadpool, now so shot he acts a fool. First class, it's a blast, another Wolverine slash fest. We'll skip days or future past, the next 2 movies don't rhyme as well. Deadpool, apocalypse, but then next we get a glimpse. Logan meets a dark end, then some TV fun again. Dark Phoenix, water race, no mutants, say little things. Last of the X-Men films was a little bit underwhelming. That's the list of all the movies most likely to be referenced in Deadpool and Wolverine. But the ride is super long and largely boring if you include all of these. Trinity, quality decline is quite steep. 8 for 1 and 5 and 2, but 4 for 4 fantastic force. Winner performs upon the screen, but footwork is really clean. When he makes a double B, he's all up in the subway. Electro with super tones, Marvel's and the Catwoman, Ghost Rider, Langley Ho. Don't forget to Punishers, Nick Fury on the floor, sloppy drunk with cheeseburger. Cat throws up and steals a car that's most of Marvel legacy. Howard the Duck is a movie technically. MCU phases 1, 2, and then 3. Disney Plus shows if you have time, I suppose. Sky Witch fight, ruin the mystery. Captain Falcon and the Ice Climber soldiers. Loki was great, no further comment there. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals. Time to list them all. Except the only one you gotta watch for certainty is Deadpool and Wolverine.
So my friend Derek Smith on violin there. Yeah, but that was my song.
Very
Thank
nice.
you. I like that. That was really, really good.
Thank you.
It was like a journey.
Yeah,
Yeah. Damn.
that was the idea.
I totally get what you say when you said it feels like a road trip song vibe.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
first,
Yeah.
well, the first bit at least.
Yeah.
It's like a road trip, but then like you end up in space.
Yeah.
know,
Like,
cool.
oh,
I
where
liked
are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets real dramatic about Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Pat, who's gonna go next?
Oh God. All right, let's get Andy's out of the way.
Out of the way. All right, my song is called You'll Never Fucking Matter.
Oh, that's what my wife always says to me.
Robbie. It's because remember when Vanessa what's her name?
Yeah.
Not
Vanessa?
Vanessa. The bad guy. What's the bad
Oh,
guy's name?
Cassandra Nova. or whatever?
Cassandra Nova. She has her hand in Deadpool's brain,
Mhm.
and she makes him relive the moment when they like broke up, like him and Vanessa, and she makes Vanessa say, "You never fucking mattered," or
Also-
you'll never fucking matter."
Deep sea.
Yeah, and I was
Oof.
like, "This is good. I enjoy that." That was
God.
one of my favorite parts and he was like, "She didn't fucking say that. You're so mean." And so it's about mostly that, and then there's a little bit in my song about Wolverine and his whole thing, but it's mostly about Deadpool and how he's truly just a depressed guy. He's just like, what's my like I don't have a purpose right now, and like because he's all sad and like has no purpose, Vanessa is like trying to get him back on the horse, but he like won't get on, so then like they broke up. And
This whole movie is about him searching for dolphins.
that's it. So it's called You'll Never Fucking Matter, and it goes like this. Things ain't going great since we last spoke. Vanessa left me That's my song. It's called "You'll Never Fucking Matter."
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
thank you.
that.
I like the harmonies in it, the backing vocals.
Oh, thank you. It's a sequel song to the first two Deadpool songs. Both in all three of them in Drop Diggity D, as Robbie loves.
Yeah, great song. I felt a lot of emotions hearing it.
Wow, thanks.
How upbeat you're going. You'll never fucking matter.
Yeah. Well, I if you know,
That's my
like at the
morning in the mirror.
oh shit.
At least you're singing it upbeat.
Those are your affirmations as you sit looking in the mirror.
As long as it's in a major key, you're good. Oh, like towards the end, I kind of cranked. I threw another like a third harmony on it.
Yeah, towards the end, I was cranking too, brother.
Robbie, but like to make it like because Cassandra makes her say it like over and over again.
Yeah.
And like I kind of wanted it to be like, all right, this is the real breakup, but then Cassandra's having her say "You'll never fucking matter" in the background like over and over again, and you know, I really like that part of the movie, so I based my entire song on it.
What's nice is I can now imagine that's what was happening to my parents every time they said it to me. Someone was forcing them to say it.
Someone had their hand in their brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good song,
Oh.
dude. Good premise. I think there was a
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
good
Thank you.
storyline. Like watching that go live. It's like, oh wow, I can't believe she said this to him. It's like, oh, she didn't.
Yeah.
yeah. But
It was
good
very
song,
out
dude.
of character, but yeah, it was good. It was, I like that part of the movie, and I appreciate all the nice things you guys said about my song.
Good.
Wow, friendship.
I thought it was gay.
Hey, Pat, who should go next?
I'll hear Mark's again.
All right. Well, Mark, you're up again, man.
If we're all out of options, I guess it's time for
Well,
Rob.
let's wrap it up. Oh, it's Rob's song.
Trivia.
You know
Oh
what?
man,
You
we're
know
almost
what?
done. Robbie couldn't wait.
All right. So my song is called "Finally." It's from the perspective of Deadpool because he's so happy he's with Wolverine. One thing we didn't talk about before, and I'm just going to mention it here real quick. I really enjoyed the scene where they put the suit on him and the constant ass slaps.
Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, and by the way, your tailor is absolutely a predator."
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
That has nothing to do with my song, but I just thought about it hearing
Yeah.
Andy's song because
Oh,
something
that's
about
right.
Andy and Predator just connects in my brain.
I love that franchise, the Predator movies.
That's why you always say it's your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Big Carl Weathers fan.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a stew going. Nice.
Yeah.
So my song is called "Finally." It's about Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's from the perspective of Deadpool, and it goes like this.
I've seen every version of you crucified. I've seen you in brown and blue. I've seen you with a patch on your eye. I've seen you as another guy. I guess everything they said was true. Don't tell me you're not the man I need. I've done all the work and I've planted the seeds. Put together with the forgotten, our timeline is slowly rotting. No time to quarrel on past deeds. We're finally side by side. We're finally hand in hand. You're finally here with me. I finally got my man. We're finally side by side. We're finally on a team.
That was my song called Finally, and it's really just about Deadpool and Wolverine, and Deadpool being happy he's finally with the Wolvie.
It was cool. It was
Nice.
a lot of fun. I like the builds up, it starts off
thank you.
kind of being like flock of seagulls, and then all of a sudden it's like David Bowie in outer space. It's awesome.
Thank you. One thing I wanted to focus on in the chorus was the whole Deadpool franchise, and that includes this movie, has this theme of like friendship and family. And that carries on into this movie because you have the Wolverine who feels like, yes, he's let the whole Earth down, but he's let his family down. He's let the X-Men down, and he's a loner. And, in the second movie, we see Deadpool, family is an F word for him and all that. And I think we're seeing a similar thing here where Deadpool is a total loner. He doesn't really want to work as a team. He's very standoffish when they first meet the other Marvel outcasts. But then by the end of the movie, even when he's going to leave, we see him walking away and Deadpool calls for him like, hey, why don't you, come, what are you doing? Like, come stay with us.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes a lot. And yeah, it's just my song about Deadpool and Wolverine finally coming together. Simultaneous release, as they call it.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Tantric sex. What?
Oh, this song wasn't by Sting.
Nice. To to your point, like I found like all the Deadpool movies have like a clear theme, and there is always like an underlying sadness in them, which I thoroughly enjoy. This one, it was like you said, it's family continued, but also like wanting to feel like you matter, like you are of importance, especially when like what they're saying, like, oh, those Fox movies didn't matter, but like that's a huge part of all those people's lives. That's why they throw that montage at the end during the credits, where it was like, no, like, yeah, maybe they're not perfect, but like that's all we had back then, and it was fucking pretty good. It
was still a big part of why we even have any of this.
Yeah.
Like it's not completely unrelated. Like the success of, or at least varying success of those movies was enough to warrant starting the entire Marvel universe. So
yeah,
even through the early 2000s, a lot of those superhero movies were just trying to emulate Batman '89.
Yeah,
right.
And that worked in those first two movies and then fell off a cliff. And it's like, yeah, those were of a time. As much as I love those movies, those first two Batman movies by Tim Burton are of a certain time. And unless you got Tim Burton doing that, it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
They leaned into the cheesiness that I think a lot of those early 2000s and late 90s movies didn't want to do. They wanted to take themselves seriously without acknowledging these things should be kind of cheesy. If you're going to do the rubber suits and everything, they have to be kind of cheesy.
Yeah, we want like bright suits,
Yeah.
Question: how many Tim Burton movies did he do for Batman? I thought it was just the one.
He did two.
He did two. Okay.
Yeah, it was Batman and then Batman Returns. Yeah, Batman Returns.
So it's Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer is Batman at this point.
No. Michael Keaton
Did
was
he
in. Yeah,
he did. Yeah, because Batman Returns was the one with Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah, which is
that was 92.
Okay.
Yeah, Val Kilmer took over in '95's Batman Forever.
Yeah, who directed that one?
Joel Schumacher.
Okay, there it is. All right, because there's the turn of like you have the two, then this one stinks, and then different direction. Okay,
that guy was always making fun of people's shoes. Get it?
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Oh,
Schumacher.
yes.
Yeah.
right.
That's really good.
Thanks.
That was really good.
That was good.
Thanks,
That
guys.
was really fucking good.
Robbie's reactions.
I did not expect this.
Aggressive.
No, that was really fucking good. That one fucking got. It took me a second. You know what I felt like? You ever see that SpongeBob episode where Plankton is going to torture Mr. Krabs using SpongeBob's laugh?
No.
And Plankton tells a joke, and he puts on headphones. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the other way around. Krabs is torturing Plankton, and Krabs tells a joke and then puts headphones on, and Plankton's like, I don't see how this is torture. and SpongeBob sits there thinking about it, and then laughs for about a half an hour straight, and that's the torture.
I don't remember this.
Oh, I felt like SpongeBob there because it took me a minute. That was good. That was really-
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I honestly, at this point, I forgot what I said.
You said he said Joel Schumacher. He's always making fun of people's
Oh,
shoes.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
That's good
That is
stuff.
good. That is good. You know what? That is good.
It is. That's solid.
Well, Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
Oh, that is such a good question, Andy. I
Isn't
love
it?
when you ask me that question. Because it's not that it's coming out next week. It's actually going to be coming out this coming Monday. Considering this is a hot and fresh, you really need to get your shit together, Andy. You don't know
This will
how
be
any
coming
of this
out on what, a
works.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So what's going on next week? Is Monday not next week, Rob?
All right.
What kind of
Andy.
fucking world do you live in?
You know what?
He's on,
You got
he's
me.
on a pagan calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
I think technically the week starts on Sunday.
But Monday is still next week, guys.
You know
Monday,
what, guys?
Tuesdays, happy days. Wednesdays, Thursday, happy days.
Yeah, just keep
Let's
saying it.
all agree that Andy's wrong.
All in favor,
Yeah.
say aye.
I think he is actually wrong though. Yeah, Monday
I
is this
don't-
week.
I don't know if he's
Look at a calendar.
Guys, none of this matters because you know what's coming out next week or on Monday. I mean, not next week. It's Monday. I'm right. I'm right. It's Mission Impossible 2.
Whoa!
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Whoa!
Yeah, this coming Monday is Mission Impossible 2, the one with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former, he was gonna be Wolverine, Dougray Scott.
Yeah.
The movie that ruined his life.
Fucking destroyed any. I've never seen him since.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. He was in oh man, I watched something earlier and I was like, oh shit, it's that guy.
It's that guy who wasn't Wolverine.
I was trying to think of who he was. I was like, wait, he's on in the Duray plot. You could edit that out.
All right. Well, next week, Mission Impossible 2. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Pat, do you have anything that you would like to promote?
Follow me on Instagram there. Dunzig. If you like Danzig and you like Dunn, you combine the two, you got them there. We've been drinking. Well, hey, great movie. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed being here. I love you guys. You're all the best. And yeah. See me on the Instagram. And I have stuff there you can see.
All right. Mark, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
No, I don't. Get off my back.
Okay. Robbie, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, I think so. This coming Saturday, I'm gonna be doing a comedy show where we talk about The Outsiders.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It's one of the more different comedy shows I've ever been a part of. It's being hosted by the boys on the Naughty House podcast, Nick Tardo and John Sell.
Mhm.
It's going to be at the Never Ending Story in Babylon. I'm going to be writing jokes and singing songs about the book, The Outsiders. Stay chrome, Pony Boy.
All right.
I feel like, did you guys not? I think Mark got
I
it.
get it.
I got
Yeah,
it,
stay
yeah.
gold, stay
Yeah,
gold.
Stay
we got
chrome.
Stay chrome.
Chrome.
Stay chrome. It was good.
Stay
You know,
chrome.
on podcasts you're supposed to do the fake laugh.
Whenever I
I
hear,
feel like you guys have never fucking listened to a podcast before. Jesus Christ! All
What's
I
a
hear,
podcast?
all I hear on podcasting is fake laughter. So I'm like, oh, they'll just fake laugh at all your jokes. I
Robbie,
give you,
Robbie.
listen,
But you
I'm off
earn
my
our
meds and
laughs,
wish I
Robbie.
was dead. Okay,
You earn our
Okay.
laughs.
I earn nothing. I'm white. I don't have to earn anything.
Hey, it seems like you should go to med school.
Very good.
Hey, he likes that.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
it rhymed with Deadpool.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
pretty good. That's
All
pretty
right.
good. We should
All right,
for
guys, thanks for
sure
having
wrap
me.
this up.
Yeah, we should. So I'm going to be at the Never Ending Story in Babylon on Saturday, August 3rd, doing stuff for The Outsiders. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Hey, yo.
Sounds great. All right. Well, we'll see you next week for Mission Impossible 2.
Bye, everybody.
Farewell. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, listen to our music on all the platforms we always give. We don't need to do
Oh
that.
shit.
Yeah. We didn't do any. Yeah, so listen to our music, all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Music,
Yeah, just search the Royds.
the Royds on Bandcamp, and, send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. That was a terrible ending. Goodbye, everybody.
Pornhub.
Goodbye. Yep, that one.